Good morning. HeavenGifts is having a huge 35% off sale for their 11th anniversary, and I'm going on vacation next week. Come back. It's VapeAM. HeavenGifts is having an 11th anniversary sale, and I'm going on vacation. We're going to unbox that PAL kit today. Yeah. Good morning. It's VapeAM, the morning show. We're opening up here a little bit late because I had an errand to run this morning. I had to get my ID renewed at the DMV before we travel tomorrow, and I just couldn't reschedule that. So I apologize to everybody who was waiting for this morning, but it is new now. Hey, better late than never. I'm so excited to see everybody. Thanks everybody for coming in. I got Vape and Vixens. I've got Juicy Jones HQ. That's me because I was chatting. James Rivera. Hey, I Enjoy USA. Great to see you. Super nice to see you. And Mark Jones. Nice to see you too. This is a live show, as you guys know. It's going to be a little bit on the short side today. We're going to do this thing, and I'm going to keep the hangout part a little bit shorter because we have so much traveling stuff going on, and my father-in-law is just about to come pick up the dog. They're going to watch the dog for us for 10 days, which is kind of sad. We're going to miss her. Like I said, it's a live show, and we normally have all the data stuff and the information and the reviews and the interviews and everything in the first half, and then we'll do a live hangout in the second half, which, like I said, today is going to be a little bit shorter. Hey, Charles Seal, Christine Johnson, great to see you. Chili Dog, bonjour, monsieur, great to see you. Charles Seal is from Tyus, Georgia. Great to see you. I'm about to find out what that weather is like, too, because although you're on the coast, you're probably getting swamped. I guess Dallas is, too, but down there it's going to be a lot more humid, like in the 80s most of the time. So, really what I wanted to let you guys know about as far as the big picture stuff goes is that we're going to open up this PAL kit. Boom! I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I'm going to show you guys how this thing works and how it refills. It uses BVC coils from Aspire, and it's a little mount-along all-in-one kit for Nick salts. And I just wanted to tell you guys that HeavenGifts is having a huge sale. So they're having a 35% off sale. It's 11th anniversary. I made an order of just a bunch of stuff that I've been putting off ordering. And if you use that code down there in the description, they're having sales every day. It's going on for another 4 or 5 days. And so make sure that you hit that. 35% off is a lot. And they've been in business 11 years. It's a little bit strange. It's tough to get people to use HeavenGifts because they do a lot of sales to other companies. Like they do a lot of vape shops and that kind of stuff order from HeavenGifts via wholesale. And as far as you guys are concerned, it's kind of confusing and weird because when you go to the website, if you log in, it shows a lower price than what you see. And then if you use discount codes, which we always have one, the Juicy Jones HQ code, this time that's 15%. This time you can get 35% off with that AHG11 code. But when you use the code, then it really lowers the price. And it can just be strange because when you look at the price on the website, you're going to end up paying a lot less. And I get that. It's like hard to do that math sometimes. So anyway, give them a shot. Check it out. One thing I'm stoked about is that they sent this Artery PAL kit, which is a pretty groovy thing. I mean, I absolutely love this mosaic looking thing. And they come in a ton of different colors, including stainless steel and everything else. But this is a little all-in-one kit that is designed to use Aspire's BVC coils. And so the kind of cool thing about that is, let me just bring up my control here and I will change the focus so we can read a little bit better together. And the cool thing about this is that since it uses the BVC coils, you can get them pretty much everywhere. It comes in a fairly plain box, but the presentation is nice. When you pop this out, this is what you see, of course, which is really nice. It came in a little plastic sleeve, which I came out. It's got a fire button right here in the side. That's a flush fire button. I haven't had any problem with this thing firing in my pocket, but I've only had it in my like shirt and sweater pockets. I haven't tried to put this down into my pants pocket. I'm not sure I would. It has 2 airflow holes right here. It's fairly high on the airflow here, so for strict mouth to lung, this is pretty tough, but it does have that. And it's got this is 800 milliamp per second charging right here. So a little bit less than 1 amp. And this cool mosaic. These are magnetic doors. And I presume you can buy more, which is really cool. I'm totally down with that. And this right here is for the thumb thing partially, but also so if there is any leaking, it comes out the bottom. But that's kind of clever, actually. Just with some machining that made that happen. Clever. And I'm not sure what these things cost exactly. I would like actually to know exactly what they cost, but I'm not sure. I'm just going to get a cost. See if I can find them. To change these little guys out, it took me a second to figure out how to actually disassemble this thing to pull this thing out. The way you fill it is that you slide this down and put e-liquid inside here. But you have to pull this entire thing out to replace the door and the gaskets that are inside there. At first, I was a little bit skeptical, but over time, I've seen that it does stay in there. I wish there was a little lock or something, but it definitely does stay. At least so far, it has not been bad. At first, I was totally paranoid about that. Look inside the box. You get a little QC card and a warranty card, but they have a manual. And when you get to the English half, the manual doesn't do the best job of showing you how to disassemble it, except that actually it does do a fine job of showing you how to disassemble it. You use a screw. One of the things that's cool is that in the box, it comes with this cool coin. So you can use any coin you've got. This says Lucky Dog, Lucky 168. Sorry. That is fun. So in case you don't have a coin on you, and what you do is you pop out the 510, which any 510 works, and then you use a coin just to unscrew this. Like I was telling you, any coin works. Here's a US dime. Quarter's fine. This is roughly the shape of a quarter. This little guy pops out. You can see there's a little O-ring on there. Here you are. That slides right out. So to actually change the coil, remember to change the coil, you're going to have to disassemble this entire thing. So like a lot of tanks, even if this is weird, you're still going to have to take it entirely apart, which I'm going to do that and show you. It's only going to be a little bit messy here. I'm using my patented Juicy Jones HQ technique, which is just to open it over a paper towel and dump it. The reason I want to do this is that I want to show you how to change this coil. When you change this coil, you have to pull this entire thing out. It's kind of strange. You'll see. I'm just letting that go onto a paper towel. It's no problem. So here, you just pop it up with your finger, bonk, and then you have to put your thumb on this and then pull this completely out. This is just free floating and friction fits inside here. You'll set that onto a paper towel, dump out your coil, and here's what you have left. If you do this at the sink, you won't have any problem. They include an extra O-ring for the inside of this, or putting the exact same juice in there. They have a replacement O-ring for this right here inside of the pack, and they have a replacement little clear sleeve, so that's cool. Plus little O-rings and things for the seals on the top, which you need. And so what I've done is, this is actually not the coil that came with it. This is the coil I put in here just a day or two ago, and this is an Aspire BBC 0.7 Nick Salt coil. These are my favorite of the new Aspire coils, and I really dig that this thing uses the Aspire coil. It comes with its own clone of these, 0.7 Nick Salt coil, and it also comes with an extra one, which is right there. It has an extra UPS or USB charger cable, and like I said, the O-rings and the little replacement glass. Boom! So to replace the coil, remember, you always have to prime your coils. Don't ever forget that, especially with these little BBC coils. Always got to prime these things. I'm using Get Salty Bourbon Stained from Vape Crusaders. Vape Crusaders is so great. We're going to give a whole, I keep on saying we're going to do a whole episode on these, and I swear we will. I just haven't had time, and vacation's coming up. But love these folks. Vape Crusaders are great, and their juices are absolutely fantastic. I haven't even opened this one. I have a bottle of their other bourbon juice that is, you guys have seen that on the show before, actually. That one is free-base nicotine, normal nicotine. As you can see, I'm just putting a dot on each of the holes. And I put a big fat drop in the top, which is going to soak down in. One cannot forget to do this. And to get this in here, you just drop it inside there like that. And then poke your little thing in there. Hold it with your thumb and push down. And there's a little rubber thing inside there. A little gasket that will, or an O-ring rather, that will seal that up. It also seals up here on the top on this thing. And then it's pretty clean. Oh, and do not forget to put your little clear plastic back on. I've probably done this 10 times. Where I've gotten it completely reassembled, and I forgot to put the clear plastic back, the cover. And we'll take our dime, Hey, Vape and Vix. Hey, JL. Great to see you. Hey, Vape and Computer Guy. Hey, Juicy Reviews. Hey, Adam Hill. Charles Seal, everybody who's chatting in the chat. You guys are awesome. So there we are. Now you just slide that down. Take your Vape Crusaders or whatever you're vaping on. You can be vaping on Van Gogh vapes or whatever. I also vape a lot of Van Gogh vapes. Their new Nick Salts lines are awesome. These Vape Crusaders won 7 categories, and then for the Nick Salts. And overall as well, which is great. And 2 in the regular nicotine. So you see, I always do this. It's a new coil, so I'm only filling it up to the point where it's covering up all of the juice intake inside. In a few minutes, I'll open this thing up again and fill it completely up once I know it's working 100% great. We're going to let this sit for just a second because you can't just vape these things right away. You always, like I say, must make sure that it's fully primed. We got both sides on this thing now. The button is nice. It has a light scheme that when you're plugging it in, the lights change colors. I'll just find the exact description of it for you in the manual. Hello, English part. I know that when you're vaping, there's a little blue light. Power on. When the power is off, click the button 5 times within 2 seconds, and then the blue light will flash 3 times. When the power is on, do the same thing, and a red light will flash 3 times to tell you that it's been turned off. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the red light means it's turned off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blue light means it's turned on. 3 bots. Vaping. Press the fire button to activate the PAL and vape. The LED will go in 1 of 3 colors. Red light means you're 5 to 15% battery. Purple light means you're 15 to 50%. And the blue light means you're over 50%. There's an 8-second cutoff. And if the cutoff happens, there'll be a flashing. 5 lights flashing is the emergency cutoff. The top here is a regular 510. So it's a little bit nifty. I guess what I'll do is I'll grab a regular 510 off of my Nautilus Mini. Or my Nautilus, rather, 2, and that looks pretty great. I dig that. That's pretty awesome. And let's take a vape. Hey, dude, man, great to see you. Delicious. Oh, that Vape Crusaders. Bourbon Stain is good. It's good. It's got an open airflow. It doesn't have an adjustable airflow. So I like this thing, but I just want to warn you guys, it's a little bit of a lifestyle device. I don't think it's, strictly speaking, an MTL quitter device, even though it uses the BBC coils. With the 1.8 coils, if you use those at full airflow, then you're golden. It's fine. It isn't a messy thing. It is great. If you're just quitting smoking, I recommend you go with something like the BBC equipped Nautilus AIO or the Nautilus 2 that you saw right there, or the Breeze 2, because you can adjust the air on those. It gives you the same coil style though. Still, I like this thing. HeavenGifts is awesome. And look what else they sent me. Not only did they send me this cool thing, which I'm just going to box all this up, get it out of our way. I only need the device now because I have all of the Aspire coils that I would ever want in my replacement coil. So this is a cool shirt pocket device. They also sent me another Mesh Pro, which is really cool. Now I have a green one and a green one. You know that I really like these Mesh Pro double coils. And the triples are good too, but the doubles use enough e-liquid for everybody. Soon we are going to open up the Orca Solo, which is another device that is on super sale over at HeavenGifts. Everything is on sale, by the way, not just a few things. And look at this cool thing. They sent me this beautiful brocade book. It's a blank book. They're so nice. I don't know if they know that I'm a fountain pen dork, but my girlfriend and I love this stuff. I'm going to take this to Texas and we'll use it as a little travel journal. That's just a super cool, nice thing. It's got a little medallion on it. But this brocade is absolutely beautiful. It's just hard to describe how cool that is. HeavenGifts, thank you. That was nice. 11th anniversary, eh? Wow, 11 years. Chili Dog reminds you to join Discord. Discord is a link right down there in the description. And for Discord, we just chat all day. When I'm on vacation, we're going to be doing that. I should tell you, we're going on vacation to my hometown of Dallas. And in Dallas, we are going to hang out and go to Six Flags and everything. If you live in Dallas, make sure that you contact me. You can DM me through Instagram at JuicyJonesHQ or through Twitter at JuicyJones. Or on our Discord chat. And let me know. We're going to do a hookup. This Sunday coming up, I'm going to do a little vape tour. We're going to hang out with our friend Ninja Clouds in Arlington and hopefully our friend the Garland Ohm. The Garland Ohm is having a bad week. You guys wish him well. He's having some illness in the family and it's been bad for him. And so I reach out to you and I say, we are with you, my friend. Everybody thanks. Hey, Bonnie, thank you. JT Munn, have a nice one. I hope you're having a great day. He says you can always get an aftermarket RBA type of coil for the billet box. That's cool. There you go. This is a little bit like that. And JF says you need some Aspire mesh coils. You know, I still can't get any Nefo coils. I don't know where those are. That's just wild that they're so difficult to come by. Yum. These Freemax coils are delicious. What do you guys think about the purple versus the... about the purple versus the green? What did I do with them? I didn't bring... Oh, here it is. Blonk. I can't decide. I actually think these are a little bit ugly. I don't know about you guys. I think they're a little bit ugly, but having said that, they work so fantastically great. Who could argue? Hope that doesn't break. It's getting worse. Yeah. This one's cool because it's a little bit lower profile. It doesn't have to have the like bubbly contours. But that's not like a con or anything. It also, you know, some people think that looks cool as well. I'm a little bit on the fence about them, but they work so great I don't really care. Really, they're awesome. Yum. That's delicious. Oh, and Adam Brosovich, you didn't get a notification. I'm so sorry. That's probably because we got on so late today. I had to go to the driver's license bureau and get a brand new ID and stuff. And I've been sort of like battling with those guys for 2.5 years. Finally got all that straightened out today and I have a valid ID. You can fly without an ID for another 2 years anyway. But they just give you a lot of guff. A lot of guff. Not in the mood for guff. Owen, great to see you. How are you doing, my buddy? Owen has recently started recommending the Smock mount to lung kit as well. So I hear that one's pretty good. We're going to try that one as soon as we can. I should get that on HeavenGifts sale. What am I thinking of? Here is an Artery PAL Mini. They also make a mini version of this that they make their own coils for, which I wouldn't be as wild about that. This kit is 1,200 mAh, so it has a huge battery in it. And they are about $45 and they're on the anniversary sale. They certainly are. Super anniversary sale. Wow, the PAL Mini must be tiny. I wouldn't be so keen on one with a smaller battery because the open airflow means you're going to vape a lot with it. Smock Infinites. Thanks, Charles. That's the name of it, the Smock Infinites. We haven't tried the Artery Hive Mesh Tank. They just got one of these. Oh, I have to sneeze. So sorry about that. I hope that I muted you correctly, or I muted myself correctly. Wow, something made me super sneeze just a second ago. That was this. Just kidding, it wasn't that. Yeah. So I'm just looking at the sale stuff at HeavenGifts, and it's just, Jesus, like everything is on sale. Christ. Use that code. Vaping Vixens, she says that her raid Squonker after 2 months, the chips going out. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh boy, raid Squonker. That's irritating. I'm so sorry about that. Oh, I'm sorry, the Smock Novo. That is the one that that our friend Owen is saying. Right. I don't know why I can't remember these. It's funny because I think probably 4 weeks in a row I've asked you for those names, and like, why can't that stay in my head? Because I'm crazy distracted because we're going on vacation. There's nothing going into my head staying there except for vacation information. And that's just how it is. You know, you guys have been on holiday before. This is good. The reason it's good is that the Aspire coils are good. Yeah. Not particularly stealth vape, but it's not huge either. Vaping Vixens, Owen is recommending that you email them for customer service because he's heard that Dwayne is amazing with customer service. So tell him Juicy Jones HQ's Owen Ginter sent you back over there. Hey, my chip may be flaking out. I'm worried. Tell him that you love it and you don't want it to die. That's always nice to hear when you make something. People go, hey, I love this thing. I really don't want it to die. And you go, oh, well, me either. Neither do I. I want to help you. I hope you guys are all having a great day. I'm Eli Juicy Jones. If you have just tuning in, this is Orbital Vaping Headquarters. You're watching VapeAM. This is my live show. We're here twice a week in the morning, 8 o'clock, Saturdays and Wednesdays, except today, since I'm leaving for vacation, I had an errand to run and we ran a little late. I'm hearing feedback that you guys would like this show to be a little later. So maybe if I can, I will think about doing it. It's really not convenient to do it this time because here in Seattle, it's noon. And that's kind of a weird time to be at your computer. But it's not another question. I'll think about it. Fred Johnson says, when they say vaping is 95% safer than smoking, they're talking about 10 mil a day. That's true. This is a concept that on this channel we call exposure. And like for example, these Nick Salt devices are much, much lower exposure. You'll go through 10 mils in 2 days on this. And maybe a little more because this is a little bit higher air. I mean, I have not gone through 10 mils a day on this. No way. And so it's another reason why I like Nick Salts. But still, it's still true that smoking itself, even if we don't know the results of the exposure of vaping, but it's still pretty clear that the ingredients are still pretty safe. So we need more science about this. The British government did a nice survey about this, saying that the long-term effects of vaping on your lungs is not 100% great in volume. Because of the way it interacts with them. They still say, highly underscore that vaping is still, even so with this information, vaping is much safer than smoking. So they're not raising a red flag telling you what to do. They're really just saying we have more information and we need to get even more information. And, vaping is not perfectly safe. This is about harm reduction, not smoking. And I want to reach out to all of you who are quitting smoking. And thank you for quitting smoking, because on behalf of your family and all your friends who hate the way you smell, and on behalf of your family who's so glad you're going to live a long time, because that's the whole point of this channel, is for us to help people quit smoking and to understand the technology and the science of vaping and how vaping works, and to build a community around you guys, the quitters, and us, the maintenance people who are still quitting, like me. Join us on Discord. I probably only got another 5 or 10 minutes. I'm trying to keep it on a little short side because we had to take off. But I think all of you guys are great. I think you'll understand because I got to go on vacation, and you would not believe the number of things I still have left to do. Many, many things. What are you guys excited about coming out later in the year? I haven't been super excited about almost anything that came out this year except for the Cali. That was the one thing that really blew me away. Coming up here, the end of the year's coming up, and we're going to be talking about end of the year type of stuff. So best of things that we wish had happened, things that didn't happen that we thought would materialize. You guys start thinking about that stuff and leave some feedback, leave me some notes, write to me in Discord, anywhere you want to, Instagram too. And we'll start doing shows about that. Hopefully we'll do a hangout for the holidays like we always do. And so if you're interested in that, everybody start thinking about whether you want to do a hangout with us. I don't really care who wants to. Anyone who can. I think the maximum is about 20. And we never had that many people, but if you want to just look into the zoom.us app, all you have to do is download that and friend me. juicyjones@gmail.com is my address on there. And I use that app to gather the video to do the live chats. What else? We're going on vacation. That's all I think about. That's all I think about. But I still want to hear from all of you guys about what you're doing this year and what you're excited about. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up since I really, really have a million things to do. But I love all you guys. Oh, I'm going to whine about Scott Gottlieb on the FDA. Scott Gottlieb on the FDA is still talking about suggesting that they ban all vaping products. I mean, this guy is so in the pocket of Big Tobacco. It's unbelievable. If Big Tobacco was committed to helping people quit smoking, then they wouldn't say, let's ban another product in our own industry. I don't know another industry where people are gathering up like a cabal to tell them to ban other things in their own industry. Oh, this makes me so angry. Anyway, if this makes you angry, shout out, say something in the comments. I'm so sorry. I have to go on a little rant. It drives me nuts. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you have a great weekend. Watch for me on Instagram and Twitter. And on here on YouTube, I'm going to do the show, but it'll be on YouTube live. Just me walking around. And that'll be fun. But it won't be so elaborate like this is. I love all you. I thank you for watching my show. And I'm going to vape out. Here we go. My baby, I wasn't pressing the button. Thank you.